Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you're the kind of person who loves to really dissect the nuts and bolts of a truly great game, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today we're breaking down a completely chaotic, high-stakes, and honestly breathless clash from the 2026 World Cup, Brazil taking on Morocco. This wasn't just a football match, it was a tactical heavyweight fight crammed into 90 minutes of sheer intensity. We're going to map out exactly how the momentum shifted, the critical plays that defined the match, and how both of these teams pushed each other to the absolute limit. Okay, let's dive right into this by setting the scene, because honestly, the environment here is practically a third team on the pitch. The commentators described a truly gorgeous evening blue sky and delicious sunshine. Sounds like a perfect day for a match, right? But the catch is right there at the end. They were playing amid the searing heat of New Jersey. You've got to imagine the grueling physical toll that takes on the athletes. You have these elite players executing high-speed, precision movements while essentially running inside an oven. That intense heat becomes a massive factor in how this whole drama unfolds, testing their endurance right from the opening whistle.
So, to keep us oriented, here's how this match basically flowed. First, the opening whistle, leading into Sarri's strike. Second, Vinny Jr.'s equalizer. And finally, the frantic final saves, closing it out. Part 1. Morocco lights up hopes with their opening surge.
So Morocco comes out swinging with a really clear, aggressive game plan, and it all starts right here. Mazraoui brilliantly gets around his man, totally bypassing the initial layer of the Brazilian defense. He sparks the attack by setting the play back, and the resulting delivery is dangerous. I mean, so dangerous that Thiago couldn't quite get a touch on it. But honestly, that didn't even matter because this initial surge completely disrupted Brazil's defensive shape and set the stage for the chaos that was about to happen next. Morocco wasn't just testing the waters, they were actively dismantling the Brazilian backline.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact rapid-fire sequence of Morocco's opening strike. Look at how methodical this is. Step 1, Mazraoui beats his man, creating that initial overload. Step 2, Diaz takes over, expertly sifting the ball through the remaining defenders with just incredible vision. And Step 3, Ismael Saibari steps up and delivers a clinical finish, completely unfazed by that searing heat we just talked about. It is a textbook example of a perfectly executed progressive team attack.
The broadcast captured the emotional weight of this moment perfectly. Ismael Saibari lights up Moroccan hopes. That goal wasn't just a point on the scoreboard. It was a massive injection of belief for the team. And you know what? They didn't just sit back and protect that lead. Immediately after this, Morocco kept their foot firmly on the gas, with Hakimi taking a really threatening shot just moments later. They were out to make a statement, and for the first half of this game, they absolutely dictated the terms of engagement.
Moving into part 2, the superstar equalizer, as Brazil strikes back.
Look, you can literally never count Brazil out. When their backs are against the wall and they're desperate, their superstars step up. Enter Vinicius Jr. He finds his moment and absolutely lashes in the equalizer. This wasn't some slow, methodical buildup. This was a sudden, explosive strike. A true superstar goal right when Brazil needed it the absolute most, instantly leveling the score and dragging his team right back into the fight. The entire energy on the pitch flipped in a fraction of a second.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the profound tactical contrast between the two plays. On one hand, you have Morocco's opening goal, which was a total triumph of system and synergy. A methodical team build-up, moving perfectly through Diaz to Sarri. It's collective football at its absolute finest. But then, on the other hand, you have Brazil's equalizer, which is a pure testament to individual brilliance. A singular, superstar strike by Vinny Jr. It really poses a fascinating question about tournament football. What's more reliable under pressure? A perfectly drilled system or an unstoppable individual talent? Well, in this match, they canceled each other out completely.
Part 3. Battle of the goalkeepers, refusing to break.
Tied at 1-1, the game just blows wide open. It is pure chaos. Enrique fires a dangerous cross right in front of Rafinha. Saibari spills his way through the Brazilian defense. Jim-stained Talbi makes his presence known. Odemarop is keeping Rafinha interested with these short, sharp passes. The tension is just skyrocketing. A game-ending goal literally feels like it could happen every single second.
So the crucial point is how the goalkeepers responded to all this chaos. Brazil's Paquetá steps up, looking for what the commentators called a showpiece goal, but Morocco's Bono gets right across with a spectacular diving save to absolutely deny him. Then, on the other end, Morocco's Zamayu finds himself in a lethal position, but Brazil's Alisson goes down once, then goes down again for an incredible double block right at Amai's feet. Neither keeper was willing to blink. It was just a sheer refusal to break under the immense pressure of the World Cup stage.
Part 4.
A final deadlock, 1-1.
As the final whistle approaches, the dust finally settles, 1-1, a perfectly balanced scoreline that reflects a perfectly balanced war of attrition. Towards the very end, there was one last tense moment, but Alisson simply wasn't taking any chances. He secured the ball, cementing that 1-1 deadlock. Both teams walked away with a point, totally exhausted from the heat, but knowing they had just survived a massive test of their tournament credentials.
Which leaves us with this final thought to ponder. Both teams survived that searing New Jersey heat to claim a hard-fought draw. But based on what we've unpacked today, Morocco's brilliant, methodical team system versus Brazil's explosive, undeniable star power, whose relentless attack do you think makes them the true threat moving forward in the 2026 World Cup? Think about how these contrasting styles are going to fare as the tournament deepens and the pressure gets even higher. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep that question in mind as you watch the rest of the matches unfold.